Howdy, and welcome to Graham Every Day. I'm Graham. I'm Abe. And we're here every day. There's a car stopped right there. You're supposed to be the cameraman. Now the camera fell over. Are you getting my good side?
You don't have a good side.
So today, we are traveling across this great state of Ohio. Couldn't be another state, actually. Ohio was where they first discovered gold in the world. And they also, Ohio is where the first water was made. A lot of people don't know that, but it came from this general area. The Indians back in the 1880s first discovered the water and started squeezing it, turning it into fresh squeezed water. And when they did that, they discovered that it released properties in the water that led them to gold. And so then they became rich and started, they invented a game where they'd hit a ball with a stick called a baseball, and they started the Cleveland Indians. And of course, the Cleveland Indians is up by the water because the water was first made here. And it's also a little known fact that the first baseball bats were made of gold that they discovered here in Ohio because of the invention of water. So that's a little bit of history of Ohio and gold and water and the start of the wonderful to some sport of baseball. And right now we're continuing south through Holmes County, I believe. Is that correct, Abe?
Yes, it is.
See, I try to give you some hockey paint spaces so that it's just not all...
Well, you're doing such a great job talking, I don't even need to.
Well, that's how I feel most of the time.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor
Too
there.
bad no one else feels that way.
Well, we'll wait and see. If you like him, comment down below. If you don't. See, I bet more people don't.
Yeah, I bet more people don't comment than people will.
So anyway, it's just a grand old day here in Ohio. First thing we did this morning was try and figure out just what in the tarnation we wanted to eat.
Yeah, we spent like an hour looking around, driving to all these different places that were closed because apparently no one serves breakfast anymore.
Right, more than an hour. It was
Okay, yeah, probably 2 hours.
Well, we left the house at like 8, right?
Yeah, and we ate at like 9:30.
9:30. That's an hour and a half.
Yeah, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, well, if you're gonna mathficate right.
I'm not sure all those facts about the Cleveland Indians and gold were necessarily on point.
Well, maybe you have a better theory about the history of man.
Maybe.
I'd like to hear it. So
I don't know.
If you want to go ahead, come up with a better.
First of all, I don't think water was invented in Ohio.
Where was it invented then?
I don't think it was invented. I think it was here to begin with.
Where?
On the earth?
Ohio?
No.
You think it just happened?
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure what to say about that. Are you
Losing change.
Man?
No doors on the Jeep. Driving down this crazy back road here. Let me switch my camera and I'll show you here. Oh, there's the ditch you're about to drive into.
He tried. We got quite a lot of rain here last week. Lots of flooding, flash flooding, people being evacuated from Wayne County. Oncoming traffic! And last night we went and did some water tours of the mighty Killbuck region. And we got scared. We had to back out.
Graham got scared.
I wasn't driving, so
Right.
I wasn't the one that would get the ticket and have his uncle's car impounded.
What do you guys think? When a road says it's closed due to weather conditions, is it illegal to drive on or not? I think probably.
Which is exactly what I said.
Oh
It's
well.
a nice barn.
Yeah, it is. It's a cool old barn.
We're losing a lot of barns in Ohio because they just don't have a use for them anymore. Hey! Hey!
The billy goat.
What are you guys doing?
Matt.
Right there is what we have there is native goats to Ohio. It's a little known fact that goats like those right here were discovered in Ohio first by the Cleveland Indians. That's a fact. If you can hear this, comment down below. Wide open. So, Abe,
Yes.
have you learned anything about yourself since we started this YouTube channel and exploring what is, it's basically where we live. It's where we're from, but it's not the spaces that you see every day. Have you learned anything about this beautiful, wonderful state that we live in?
I've learned that pretty much about anything can happen at any point when you're driving around with Graham in a Jeep. There's not really any plan. It just kind of go with the flow. If you see something you like, you turn that way and see where it takes you. Like there.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's about a 95-degree slope.
Wonder if the four-wheel drive works.
It didn't work. It didn't work last night when we were almost stuck in the woods, thanks to Abe's superior driving skills. But he did fix it when we got back to the Casa de Graham. So here we go.
You don't want to test out your four-wheel drive, see if it works first?
Oh, no crying.
All right.
So it's also a little known fact that the idea of four-wheel drive originated in this general area of Ohio. Back when they discovered the water, they were trying to figure out how to get the water from where they discovered it to where they thought the gold was. So, and the terrain was very, very adverse like this, lots of dense vertical canopy, so it kept the ground wet, very moist and wet. And so they needed some way to get the water across the hills, so they had a Jeep, and they thought, hey, why don't we put an axle in the front to turn the tires also? And then the Cleveland Indians were able to get the water to the gold, or where the water told them that the gold was, and that's how how four-wheel drive was invented.
It's a pretty washed out road here.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like some other people with four-wheel drive vehicles are down here.
They are?
Were. See fresh tire tracks.
Well, this is the birthplace of four-wheel drive in Ohio.
Right, yeah, sure.
I mean, for the whole world, not maybe the world, because the Russians probably came up with it first with those crazy, like, round headlighted van things that they had. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because they have those three-wheel drive motorcycles. The girls.
Oh, yeah.
Those from
Right.
Russia.
Yeah.
Who knows? Right.
Six-wheel drive,
Yeah,
tank
those
vehicles.
German Schlachers, right?
Yeah. I need one of those camera steadiers.
I think I found a new favorite road.
To everyone watching this, we severely apologize for the video quality. This is a phone. We haven't gone too far with our channel yet here, so we'll try to update our equipment as we can.
I don't apologize for anything because this is how it is. This is the real deal. This is raw. This is the gritty, down to earth, what it is in Ohio that makes it so real. Are we back?
Yep, we're back.
All right. So that was a nasty one, folks. We had to cut for that. But we got her ironed out. We're back on the road. We had to get the selfie stick figured out. It looks like we're again.
Yeah, selfie stick doesn't work very well.
Huh?
Kind of like Graham. I said kind of like Graham. Doesn't work very well.
Oh.
That life.
Trying to think what else to tell you about Ohio. Oh, rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes loved Ohio back in the 1860s. And according to a source that I have, Stowe, Ohio, had the biggest, baddest, best tasting rattlesnakes in all of the new land. Because the Northwest Ohio, or North Ohio in general, was like undiscovered territory in the 1860s, 50s, whatever. And right before they discovered water. And so General Stowe, one of the surveyors and commanders, they're circling, Abe. They're circling hard, buddy. This isn't a
Got
good
some turkey
sign.
vultures. I think they're dying.
Water. Just so happen to have an unnamed brand of water here. We've actually repurposed these bottles several times. The first time we got gas station water from a very nice lady. And she was nice, but the water didn't taste as good as I might have hoped. This time, the water tastes a little better. So anyway, where was I? General Stowe and the big yellers of Cuyahoga County. So he loved rattlesnake meat so much that he claimed all that territory around Stowe, and it's named for General Stowe, because they were the biggest, meanest rattlesnakes he'd seen in all of the Northwest Territory. And that's how rattlesnakes got discovered in the state of Ohio. They were bred here by the early Indians. They're like hybrids, because at first there was a snake that was just a rattle, and it wasn't poisonous, but it had a rattle on the end of it. And then they bred it with a tiger, And the tiger, of course, as everybody knows, is poisonous all throughout Ohio. And so they bred this rattle with a tiger, and they got a rattlesnake, which everybody knows is one of the most poisonous snakes in the galaxy, pretty much, as far as we know. The snakes, there's no snakes on the moon, so they're definitely the most poisonous snakes on, you know, between the moon and Earth. From Earth to moon, they're the most poisonous.
So,
This is the road I told you.
it is.
Yeah, this is the road I said, that's my favorite road. I pointed back, remember? You
No,
said,
it
yeah,
isn't.
you've told me that like 6
No,
times.
it's not.
It's
This is not the same road.
It isn't?
No, this is definitely not. This is 51.
This isn't the road.
Go that way.
Why? That's paved.
Go that way.
Why?
Because that's the way that we're wanting to go.
I thought we wanted to go on fun roads.
Well,
Oh, jeez. Ah. Look at all the rocks. Beep, 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 beep.
those are some nice big rocks.
It's like a rock garden.
That's pretty cool. Ooh, look at that one.
Yeah. I believe those are what you would call erratics. When the glacier moved through western and southern Ohio, eastern, it carried with it much debris collected as it swept across our great continent. And when the glacier came to rest, it dropped all that stuff. And those rocks that were not native to the area were called erratics. This is County Road 51, Mississauga County, Tennessee.
Yep. What he said. Ooh, cabin.
That's a cabin. In a jar. And carry them really far. And then dump them out in a creek. You ever make up songs? Or drive around? I do it all the
Sometimes.
time. All the time, bro. Did you see that Tom Hanks is going to play Mr. Rogers in a Mr. Rogers movie?
Tom Hanks.
Tom
Mr.
Hanks.
Rogers.
You know who Tom Hanks is?
Yes.
He was in that space movie
Yes.
and the
Yep. Yep.
volleyball movie.
Yep.
So,
Forrest Gump.
oh yeah, he was in the Gump movie. Lieutenant Dan, you got no legs. Run for it. That was my best Forrest Gump impression. Greenbow, Alabama! That was a good line too. I like that one.